This is Psalm 23 in Biblical Hebrew. I'm working with underglaze on a bisque square piece. I'm hoping that it won't chip off because underglaze sometimes chips off. But Psalm 23 is one of my favorites. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The problem I'm having is getting a brush that's stiff enough so that I can make the marks and follow the outline. I do all the lettering freehand, and then I fill in the other piece. The Shema is that's glaze, which fires onto the piece. This is underglaze, which is liquid clay with a colorant. So clay doesn't stick to clay very well once it's fired. So I'll have to go over it with a clear glaze. But getting the letters so that they're legible and they're consistent in size and shape is quite a chore since I've lost some of the use of my hands. I waited too long to do this, but I'm getting it done. And I have other things I'd like to do. I have other bisqueware that I'd like to do some biblical, some liturgy on, like Ein Keloheinu, Adon Olam, and some other verses. But the Hebrew is always so picturesque and dynamic that I love to work in it. But it's tedious, and not having stiff enough brushes that I can control makes it a little difficult.
Paul, the ancient Jewish scribes could probably relate to what you're saying. It's tedious, and maybe they didn't have the most perfect brushes either, but they knew the meaning of and the beautiful picturesque quality of the Hebrew letters.
Well,
I think this pot, which is the Shema, right? This one?
yeah.
I think this looks beautiful just as is, without any glazing at all.
Well, this is glaze.
Mm-hmm.
And the nature of this particular glaze is a company called Stroke & Coat by Mako, and it has a wide range of firing from very low to very high. And one of the characteristics of the way this glaze is calibrated is to stay where you put it. So people use it to glaze various things where they don't want the glaze to run, because a lot of glazes have a tendency to run.